All right, so moving now into a deeper dive of the different points of the four-step sales process. Our first point, again, is to engage. And to properly engage with someone, we need to know where they are at in the sales journey. Now, the sales journey has changed over time. Not too long ago, an individual was very reliant on a sales rep to provide them with information on a product. But with the advent of the internet and Google searches and all the different things that we enjoy today, that interaction and that relationship has changed drastically. And we need to know where they're at in that process in order for us to engage properly with them. So let's walk through what that customer journey looks like today so that we can understand fully how to engage with our customers. First, anytime somebody is making a significant purchase, and by significant I mean not only does it take money, but there's an emotional investment attached to it, there has to be an awareness of a need for change in their life. Take, for example, a vacation. If I wanted to go on a vacation, it could be because, well, stress in life and work is so much that I just got to get away. That's an awareness. That's a moment where I say, I have to get away, something has to change in my life, and I think a vacation is what's going to do that for me. Okay? Same thing could be said about a car or a home or any other significant purchase. There is a moment of realization, awareness, when something has to change, and we start to search for what it is that will remedy that pain in our life. So the first step is awareness. Second step is education. Now again, this is one of the areas that has changed a lot through time, is that people don't rely on the salesperson to get their education anymore. More often than not, when you engage with a customer, they've already read reviews, they've already read white papers, they've done Google searches. They're coming to the sales engagement far more prepared and educated than ever before. But that is the second step in the process. We have awareness, moving to education, and then a selection occurs. Based on their education, based on the engagement with the sales rep, the customer makes a selection of whether to go with a certain product or with another product. When they make that selection, they go ahead and close or sign on the dotted line. Now, previously, that was the end game for all sales reps. We wanted the close. That was the ultimate, and we had this funnel that was built all around the close. Always be closing was the mantra, and we had a whole system of forecasting to make sure people got to that magical place where they closed, they signed on a dotted line, but that was pretty much the end of the engagement. Now, however, with sales as a service and subscriptions as a service and all these different as a services that are out there, we have understood and come to understand that 93% of the revenue that's generated by a single customer actually comes after they sign on the dotted line. This has revolutionized sales, and we have to understand again where our customers are at in this process in order to properly engage with them. Now, on the other side of the close, there are some absolutely critical stages that we need to be aware of and properly employ. The first is onboarding. After someone has signed on the dotted line, knowing that they have a great potential and likelihood to renew that product subscription with us, we need to make absolutely sure that their initial experience, their first impressions with that product are paramount, that they're absolutely perfect. And that's what we call onboarding. Making sure that the transitions are handled properly, that the education continues, that they're shepherded through any process that could be difficult. This is the onboarding moment, and this is where many sales reps will either succeed or fail in this new sales journey. After we move from the onboarding piece, we move into impact. Is the product really helping me? Is it really fulfilling the need that I have? If so, the odds are that I'm going to come back and return with recurring revenue. If the impact is not there, if it's not solving my need, this revenue is going to turn into churn. It's fallout. It's moving on to a different product, to a different company. And so we can see that from awareness all the way to recurring revenue, there are steps in between that are absolutely critical and that we have control over. So, first step of engage, meet the customer where they're at. Find out where in this process they are and engage at their level, and then we can move forward.